What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are going to talk about this team right here in War Defense. This is like my third video now on Secret Avengers defensive teams. And you guys keep suggesting that I try different things, find counters for them. This one is by far the worst one that I've found so far. And by worst, I mean the most annoying to fight. We've tried Nick Fury, we've tried Coulson in that 5th spot with Secret Avengers and Kestrel. Now we're trying Emma, and I have to say, Emma downright makes this fight really annoying for some teams. And it's not because of her cleanse or her ultimate. No, it has to do solely with her passive, where she applies minus 10% speed to all enemies. That right there hurts because you're at a big speed disadvantage by this point. You've got Sam, who's going to put speed bar on all these characters. You have Emma, which is going to put speed down with her special that first turn. And then you have her passive also applying that minus 10% speed. It's a huge speed disadvantage for any team that fights against them, at least most teams. And the goal for this video, and this is something I didn't bring up the last one, and apologies for that, because people were asking why not use like Surfer or Kestrel or something. I'm trying to find counters for these teams that don't involve using Surfer, Kestrel, or Doom, because those teams are usually like shoe-in wins, and I'll prove that with one video of a team in here. With and without Surfer, it's night and day difference. But yeah, we're trying to find counters to this without having to bring in those big meta characters like those three that just absolutely break it. There are a few hard counters that we've found, but a lot of the teams that could defeat the other versions of this pretty easily, they're like 50-50 or just downright don't work. There's big RNG with a lot of teams that I've brought up before, and we're going to talk about those teams again in today's video. If you guys do find this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. We're up to over 5,400 subs now, really rolling it in. Appreciate all the subs. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the footage here. Let's start with one that people keep talking about. Let's talk about Symbiotes. Alright, so we're going to start with Symbiotes here, and I'm doing this one first because people keep telling me, you know, Symbiotes counter Secret Avengers. It's not a big deal. Symbiotes do not counter Secret Avengers with Emma, and they definitely don't counter them with Coulson either. I'm going to show you guys, I can play this as well as possible with Symbiotes, and they still get crushed. The big problem right away is if you lose Carnage from this Kestrel ult, you're in big trouble. We almost lost Venom. We'll lose Venom here now. Kestrel goes, almost kills Scream. But now we get these summons in from Maria, get defense down on someone, get stun on Carnage, which is not a big deal, that's fine. There you go, now we lost Scream. We're already down 2 Symbiotes before they could ever move. Try to take out some of these shield troopers, get the speed bar up on our team. We're going to revive Venom with Anti-Venom here. And now we're trying to go for Captain Sam. We need to get rid of Captain Sam, because if he gets his taunt off, it's over. Spoilers, you can't get rid of Captain Sam in time. So we're just trying to do what we can. We try to ability block here with Venom as well. He blocks it and resists it. But yeah, it's not pretty. So we try to ability block. He resists, which is going to happen. Sam gets his taunt off. Then we have Maria's ultimate go off. We're about to lose Kestrel here in a second. Get defense down a bunch of characters. Get the Dispel from Emma. That's going to wipe out Anti-Venom. Now we're just down to 2 Symbiotes. Kestrel finishes them off. This symbiote team, I keep getting people in the comment section telling me that symbiotes work great against Secret Avengers. That's if Nick Fury is there. Without Nick Fury and his early summons, it's a huge struggle. And against this variant as well, symbiotes, there's just too much RNG. Unless you get like the perfect RNG where you don't lose Carnage, and like I honestly don't know like how symbiotes are going to win this one. I don't think they can. Maybe they can with perfect RNG, but I just don't see it with this team. So please stop messaging me and telling me try symbiotes with this. It doesn't work. And then here we go, Skilletary. This is about a, what was this? About a 60k punch up, I think. Yeah, this is, yeah, it's about 60k punch up. This one is, this one works moderately well, but the big problem is going to be, oh, come on. Google Drive is going to be annoying with me this morning. There we go. All right. So we're trying to get rid of Sam. I actually adjusted my strategy from previously. I want to go for Sam. I don't need to worry about Kestrel here. I need to get rid of this guy, because if he goes off with his ultimate, it's really over. That's what I found, but it's very difficult. If he blocks all the attacks from Punisher with that ult and he heals back up, you're going to have a bad time. So now All these ultimates are, all these abilities are going off. We got a stun on Red Guardian, not ideal. Get the cleanse in with Emma. That's going to trigger Kestrel again. Remember, the special from Emma, because it puts speed down on the enemy, is classified as an attack. So Kestrel reads it as an attack. So if anybody on your team has defense down and the Emma special goes off and puts speed down on your team, Kestrel's going to trigger her passive as well. That's another nice thing about Emma with this team. By the way, if you guys are doubtful, we are going to win this. It's going to be close. But yeah, this one is very, very dicey. If I lost like Soldier or Punisher instead of Red Guardian here, this fight would be over. So yeah, that's something to consider. Got rid of Kestrel there. That ultimate from Yelena hitting hard as always. We're trying to get rid of Emma now. And we're trying to get... Boom, right there. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Black Widow gets a huge focus boost automatically in her passive. And then she gets offense up because of the speed up special and everything. So she has a lot of boosted focus. It's enough focus to actually cut through Emma when she's in her charge state. This is huge. And I don't think I state this enough. I don't think people realize this, is that she has enough focus to stun Emma in her diamond state. And that's pretty significant. Like the first time I tried that, I was in shock. I was like, there's no way. But yeah, steals immunity off Emma with her ultimate, which is part of her ultimate's kit, and then applies stun. Now, this is sketchy, and you will need Skirmisher on Widow to make this work for that boosted focus at level 5 ISO, green ISO. But you're able to do this to stun Emma, and that's a huge game changer. Put those bleeds out on people. We're trying to finish off Emma now. Get the ultimate off with Maria. It's gonna heal Emma back up a little bit. That's no problem. Punisher's still gonna do stupid amounts of damage, as you'll see here in a second. So now, yeah, we got speed up and offense back on our team. Look at that, 250k with Punisher's basic. Like, Punisher gets stupid amounts of damage. He has one of the highest damage stats in the game, and that he's really kind of carries this team in damage. So this guy right here, like, this is why I love him in Skilletary, because he just smacks. He slaps the ever-living crap out of whoever he hits. Oops, we're zooming forward a little bit. So, yeah, take out Emma, and once Emma's gone, you're down to just a couple of characters left. We're gonna go for Maria here in a second. I try to kill that Shield Trooper so I don't have to worry about him, because I'm low on health on some of these characters. I don't want that Shield Trooper retaliating. So now we're trying to focus on Maria. Take out Maria. Maria's pretty much done, and then it's just Sharon left. So Skilletary does work, but if you ever lose, like, if you lose Punisher, you're in big trouble, especially if Emma's still up, because you need Punisher's damage to break through Emma. So there you go. Skilletary does work. This one is very sketchy. It's dicey. Against other versions, Skilletary has no problem, but against this Emma version, it's rough. It's really rough. Now this one's a two-parter, and I need to start learning to record these teams a little bit longer. About a 70k punch up with Hydra 3 versus this team. There's gonna be 2 videos for this, because this guy landing an ability block on Sam makes all the difference in the world. And this is what I'm talking about with the RNG and how things can get dicey. If you don't land that ability block on Sam, it's over. And I've got 2 videos on this to prove why ability block is so important on Sam. You cannot let him get his ultimate off. If he gets his ultimate off, you're at a massive disadvantage. The problem is Sam blocks. Sam has high resistance, so it's tough to put ability block on him. Now we can still take out Kestrel, no problem, but we need to get rid of Sam. And everything works pretty well here, but yeah, you're able to get rid of Kestrel, which is nice. You really need to get rid of Kestrel. But now things just start falling apart. They've got a huge speed advantage. We now got speed down on 2 characters, stun on another. We've got defense down on Red Skull, and we've got speed down on Sniper too. So we're still trying to get rid of Sam here, and we almost get him. The problem is that speed down from Emma screws everything up, because now they've got speed down. Even with that huge speed advantage from Zemo's passive, Sam's able to go off before Zemo, Winter Soldier, and Red Skull can. Red Skull's now taken out by Sharon. Yeah, I stopped recording here. There was no point. But yeah, so that's what happens if you don't put ability block on him. What happens if you do put ability block on him? Well, it changes completely differently. And I started recording as soon as I landed ability block just to make sure it would. But yeah, now we've got ability block on Sam. Now we can go for Kestrel. And this one, it's a vastly, vastly different result. So just like before, take out Kestrel. Don't need to worry about Sam. Emma's low on health, but I'm not worried about that right now. I need to get rid of Sam. I did take out Emma real quick, which was great. I love that. I was able to do that before Sam get his ultimate off. That was kind of crazy that time. That was all about, I don't know. I have to go back through, but yeah, I guess because we were also able to get speed down on Sam, and it was a rebound as well. That doesn't really matter, but now you've got the speed to get rid of Emma before she goes off with Sniper. Someone in one of my comment and one of my videos said that Hydra Sniper is like a class A minion. He really brings this team together, and his basic just slaps. I mean, look at this. Boom, look at that. 200k crit on that. And because he has Striker, he could have basically double tapped there because she had the vulnerable on her. So Emma's gone. Now we can focus on getting rid of Sam. Not going to be a big problem. We still have no speed down on our team, which is great. We got a stun on Grenadier again, which is fine. If we do get stun on Zemo or Red Skull, this is far more difficult. Again, this is part of the RNG. Now we try to get rid of Sam. The special from Zemo is unblockable. We do some attacks there with Winter Soldier. Now Sam is gone. We'll take out some of these shield troopers. We're going to lose Grenadier. Red Skull's going to revive him. Take out the other minion. And now we just focus on these two characters. At this point, it's pretty much over. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else to say here. If you do land the ability block with this team, it works just fine. But it's that big RNG part. And that's the big problem with this team, is with Emma there and just the pure RNG that a lot of these fights become. It's hard. This is very much a soft counter, because if you can't place that ability block, the whole team goes before you can, and it's a problem. So yeah, even that's one. I think this is kind of what I'm going for in this video, is just the pure RNG of a lot of these counters and how much of this can be a mess versus some of these teams. But let's talk about one that's not a mess. Let's talk about Shadowland, the one team that has been a hard counter all through. Can it still be a hard counter to this team? Spoilers, the answer is yes. Same thing as before. We're going to take out Kestrel. Now, this is on the test account, so everybody's got tier 2.3 blue ISO. So White Tiger's able to take out Kestrel. No problem here. Get the speed bar. We're going to put vulnerable on Sam here. Get the counter on everybody with Daredevil. Make sure you got plenty of vulnerable. Call White Tiger in to attack. Then pop her ultimate. Finish off Sam here. And look at that. Before Shadowland can even move, they're now down two of their most important characters. Now Emma's gone. Now we've got shield troopers out. That's not going to be a problem. We can take them out pretty easily. But we're going to focus on Maria over here. We got all those bleeds on her. We're not worried about her at this point. She's going to die off here in a second. Then we're going to start taking off some of these shield troopers, which is perfectly fine. We're going to do the chain here from Daredevil. And that should just about take out. We're actually going to chain back and forth here, get rid of these two shield troopers, and take out Sharon. I mean, look how simple that was. You just saw some of these other fights with the RNG and everything. Shadowland walks over this team. Now, that is great, because that means we have a dedicated hard counter. That's the problem, is Shadowland counters a lot of stuff. So you're having to pull Shadowland for this kind of team. And that's a big issue, because Shadowland's a hard counter to a lot of teams out there. So when it's a team that requires this kind of hard counter to defeat, I kind of like it. I really like it, because that means players are having to pull this team here. So it's one of those where, yeah, they hard counter, and we're going to show like one or two other hard counters, but like they're really powerful teams that are hard counters. So it's one of those things where you're having, if this team can successfully pull a team like Shadowland to defeat in one shot, I like that. I really, really like that. Now, we're also going to talk about X Factor. We have a couple of X Factor videos here for you guys. This team, it's about a 50-50 win rate with Emma here. It is not a guaranteed win. This is very much a soft counter. And it's all going to have to do with who Sharon stuns and ability blocks. If you get stun and ability block on Shatterstar or Longshot, the fight's over. You lose. You cannot win. I'm going to show you guys how you can win, but it's purely down to luck. This is a very RNG fight. It's dicey. Now, we can bring in other characters to have Drax and make this a guaranteed win, and I'm going to show you guys some of that. But, yeah, look at that. Longshot's about to die. If Longshot gets hit by anything, he's done. So, yeah. Right here, we've had several chances now that we could have lost Longshot. And if he does at any point, this fight's over. Because you need these two. You need Shatterstar, and you need Longshot to stay alive. Oops. Technical difficulties. Because, oh my gosh. Because you need to get rid of Kestrel. If you can't get rid of Kestrel on this fight, right here with this combo between the Dad Bros, you're kind of done, because then you're gonna start getting a lot of defense down, and you're just gonna get hammered. So we are winning this. We're winning this pretty handily right now. We got Disrupt on Sam, which is huge because now he can't taunt. We're still gonna try to get rid of him anyways because we don't want him getting defense up and deflect on the characters. We just don't want that. But now we're gonna finish off Sam. Special here. Now we just have Emma left. So this is very much an easy win if you don't lose the Dad Bros. If you lose the Dad Bros and you basically just kind of see if we try to. And also shout out to Low Week who put this team on defense for me to do testing on. Again, this is on the test server. I don't know if I think I just forgot to hit. Yeah, I want to try one more time, see what would happen if I could get stun or ability block on Shatterstar and Longshot. I don't remember if I did in this fight or not. No, it was just on multiple man. So, yeah, it was 2 fights back to back where I did win, but yeah, that's part of the problem. Also, we are losing this one in case you haven't noticed. So, there we go. Maria's going to call in, get rid of Longshot, and you're going to lose this one. This is what I'm talking about. This is how the fight can fall apart so easily. This is why this fight is so dicey. So you got to bring in reinforcements with X Factor, which means bringing in some other characters that can outspeed this team and apply those crits. So we already know we're going to be talking about Baron Zemo with this. Another one that does work is Yo-Yo with this team as well. Yo-Yo works pretty well, but yeah, I mean this fight's over. We're not going to bother showing more of that. So let's show Zemo with X Factor. And this is what I'm talking about, is that this team, you got to bring in some other characters. Like, now you have to pull in Zemo to make this work, which means, like, you don't even have to land ability block here. You just need the crits, which is fine. But this is the problem, is that you have to bring in characters like Zemo to make this work, which now means Hydra doesn't work as a team. So you got to basically put 2 teams together to make this work. And now Yo-Yo works as well, but you're probably putting Yo-Yo on defense with, like, Black Bolt, Coulson, or just using a straight Inhuman team. So those 2 options mean that you're gutting another offensive team to make this team work. And that's big, in my opinion. That's why I really like this. That's why I really like this. That's why I like this defense team. Because you have to gut 2 offense teams to make it work if you're not able to use Shadowland here. Now, there is one more that can hard counter this with a couple different variants. A little dicey, but it works. But yeah, Zemo with X Factor here, it's over. It's not really a contest. So this one does work, but having a gut Hydra for it doesn't really feel that good. Now, this one is Weapon X with Namor. And this one works. This one's a little dicey. Again, if you lose Namor, it becomes a bit of a problem. You need his ultimate here for that speed bar reduction. But we can get rid of Kestrel pretty early on there, like we did just now. Sam goes off, gets speed bar on the team. Depending on who gets stunned here, you're in trouble. Wolverine gets stunned, not a big deal. Call in the Shield Troopers. They're focusing down Wolverine, which is eh. But yeah, like if Namor gets stunned, or Lady Deathstrike gets stunned, or Silver Samurai gets stunned, you're in a big world of hurt with this team. You need those 3 to get off their abilities that first turn, because you need to get rid of this guy. If he gets off his special, you're done. So Samurai, you need his ultimate here to kill Sam. You need the special from Lady Deathstrike for the turn meter rewind, and you need the same thing with Namor here with the Dispel and the turn meter rewind. You need all 3 of these characters to really survive. So if these 3 get stunned, you're in big trouble. Again, this is part of the RNG. Now, we can bring in another character, and this is really not a problem. But yeah, when you see who it is, you're gonna want to frown a little bit, because yeah, it's one of those that it works, but again, who you're having to bring in to make this work perfectly and reduce the RNG issues, it's a problem. And that is Emma. We're fighting fire with fire here. We're using Emma in that fifth spot. Emma we've talked about before on another video, how Emma works great on offense with Weapon X. Same thing works here. Downloading assets, because of course we are. But yeah, Emma, both Emmas, minus 10% speed to both teams. Same thing, we're going for Kestrel here. Now, we speed bar rewind. Now we can actually get the speed bar rewind in time on Sam. Get the chain attacks in over here. The crits, the bleeds, all that beautiful stuff. Summon ins from Maria, not a big issue. Got a stun on Silver Samurai. That's not a big problem right now. If it was a stun on Emma, this would be troublesome. But yeah, now we get speed down on their team. Does get resisted by Sam. But now Silver Samurai was cleansed of his stun. And now we can try to get rid of Sam again. You don't want Sam getting off his taunt. If he does, it's kind of over because you don't really have an easy way to clear it. Now, we pop that special from Sabretooth. He thrashes everybody, does a lot of damage, applies bleed, offense down. Take out some of the shield troopers. Now we pop the ultimate here from Lady Deathstrike. We do take out Sharon, which is helpful. Get the Dispel from Emma, not a big deal. We do lose Wolverine here. Sabretooth just does too much damage, man. So now we get rid of Maria. We don't want her getting off her ultimate for the heal and the cleanse. Now we got blind on that Emma. Take her out. Get the defense down, and then there you go. So yeah, Emma works much better than Namor with this. But again, that's the thing, is that who you're having to bring in. Now, I am doing a video talking about my defense teams. I am going to be splitting up Marauders because we're losing Sabretooth the Weapon X. So without Sabretooth, that Marauders team kind of feels a little bit weaker. You really like Sabretooth with that team. I'm going to be splitting up my Marauders between a few different teams. And I'm probably going to be putting Emma on defense with this team because of this kind of stuff. So yeah, there's definitely places where they're going to be putting the different characters. I'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, so far I'm really liking this Weapon X team I'm really liking this Secret Avengers team with Emma, just because of how dicey and RNG it can be. All right, and then finally we've got new warriors here. Now I'm going to try this with Drax. I'm also going to try this with Silver Surfer, just to kind of demonstrate how bringing in characters like Surfer makes this a night and day difference. And that's kind of the whole thesis, that you have to bring in like those big, strong meta teams to defeat this. And yeah, you're going to see it here. So new warriors with Drax, these guys never have a chance. They're going to get absolutely demolished. Kestrel's going to go for Drax, as she will, because Drax has the pre-taunt. But I don't think new warriors really moves. In fact, yeah, we get a mind control here with Loki, and then that's going to be it for a while. So Sam goes off. Kestrel gets triggered, kills Loki. Gets stun on Dagger, gets speed down several characters. Calls in with Maria. Just about takes out Deathpool. Deathpool's now taken out by Kestrel. Get debuffs here from Cloak. Gonna get hit a couple of times by different characters. Cloak dodges. We get the taunt in with Sam. Kestrel does her special. We got defense down, and we're about to lose Dagger. And then it's just Cloak left. So yeah, new warriors very much gets demolished by his team. The speed bar bonus that you get from having Loki here with Cloak, that gets negated by the minus 10% speed from Emma. So they counteract each other. So you're back at ground zero with that speed bar band. You don't really get it here. So yeah, that one was messy. Now you throw in Surfer, however. Surfer with this same team. And we took out Loki. We put Surfer in instead. We kept the pre-taunt with Drax. Whole different ballgame. So we're going to lose Drax again. No problem. We'll have the ultimate go off with Sam. But yeah, with Surfer here, his heal block, his ability block, everything, he's going to be able to prevent characters on your team from, or prevent Sam from taunting. He can remove charge from Emma if necessary. Got a stun on Deathpool, not good. But even with Surfer here, it's still gonna be a problem. Get that ability block on Sam here. Drop some of these characters low on health. We're gonna get stun to expire on Deathpool here in a second, and that's gonna let her go ham. Because now, pop the ultimate here from Cloak. It's gonna kill off all these shield troopers. Pops the passive from Deathpool. She goes off, kills Kestrel. Now goes for Sam. We're going to do the chain attack here. It's going to pop Deathpool once again. Now we're taking out Maria. Now we just have Emma and Sam left on the enemy team. Sarah pops his special. We got ability block on Sam as well, so he can't even do his taunt. And there you go. Like, look how easy that was just by bringing in Surfer instead of Loki. And that's what I'm talking about with this. So let me know down below what you guys think. If you guys have any other Secret Avengers teams that you want me to try, ask down below. But I've got to do other videos, man. I spent like half this week focusing on Secret Avengers on defense. I got to work on other stuff, but I'll keep an index of it. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.